Item. SCP-1012. Object Class. Keter. Special Containment Procedures. The Foundation has implemented protocols to cancel or to reduce the risk of generation of 3 of the 5 constituent sound tones that comprise SCP-1012. Frequency B and Frequency D. Frequencies B and D are, respectively, the antiphases of frequencies B and D. These antiphase frequencies cancel frequencies B and D, respectively, within the range of the broadcast. The Foundation operates sound detection and active noise cancellation broadcast devices in 36 locations worldwide, which continually monitor for frequencies B and D, and, when appropriate, broadcast cancellation signals at frequency B or D. Additionally, the Foundation has arranged for most of the world's electroacoustic transducers to monitor for frequencies B and D and, when necessary, broadcast frequencies B or D. This has been achieved through a combination of inserting design changes into the engineering specifications of most commonly manufactured electroacoustic transducers manufactured since 1988, inserting frequency B, D or both into the transmission of broadcast media and the encoding of recorded media, including inserting design changes into the engineering specifications of recording appliances so that frequency B, D or both are automatically encoded, and by manipulating the supply frequencies of commercially transmitted and distributed electric power so as to cause sound equipment and other electric appliances to be capable of sympathetically generating frequency B or D. 1. Frequency C. In the wild, most instances of the generation of frequency C had consisted of the wala song of Balanopterus svalbardi, the Svalbard whale. Through Foundation efforts, Balanopterus svalbardi became extinct in 1982, thereby decreasing the likelihood that the tone would inadvertently be generated in a location near the generation of other constituent tones. All documentation that specifies the constituent sound tones of SCP-1012 is to be kept strictly confidential. Description: SCP-1012 is a chord consisting of 5 sound tones, designated frequencies A, B, C, D and E. The tones of SCP-1012 are. See Wiki for full document and table. The generation of one or more, but less than all, of the constituent tones of SCP-1012 does not result in anomalous effects. The simultaneous generation of all 5 tones of SCP-1012 for a duration exceeding a few seconds affects to the resonance of certain subatomic particles within range, causing them to disintegrate into their constituent elementary particles. Computer modeling predicts that a generation of SCP-1012 within close proximity of a mass, such as an astronomical body, is likely to result in an uncontrollable chain reaction resulting in the disintegration of virtually all matter comprising the mass. According to the model, once such a chain reaction is initiated, it will continue to progress whether or not the tones of SCP-1012 are continuing to be generated, until all available mass is affected, that is, a CK-class scenario. Proposals to use SCP-1012 or a modified version as a defense mechanism against hostile extraterrestrial threats, including SCP-1548 and SCP-2838, have been rejected due to the potentially disastrous side effects of SCP-1012 testing.